Hi, Tiffany here. In this video, we're going to cover the FBAR filing requirements as an American or US citizen living in Canada. For a more comprehensive overview, you should visit the IRS website or speak to your cross-border accountant. I'm Tiffany Woodfield, a cross-border financial advisor and the co-founder of Swan Wealth Management. I work with Canadian and US clients every day, and the question regarding FBAR filing requirements comes up all the time. First, let's get into a little bit of history for context. In 1970, the Bank Secrecy Act required any US person with a foreign bank account to file an FBAR. But in 2010, FATCA came into effect, which stands for Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. And what that did is it required any non-US financial institution to report information on US persons. FATCA also requires any US persons to report any non-US financial assets to the IRS each year using Form 8938. Now let's talk about reporting. Do all foreign accounts need to be reported? No. If you have assets that are held within an IRA or another retirement account like a 401k, these don't need to be reported. If you'd like to confirm, speak to your cross-border accountant about this. If you're a US person and you have a bank account, a financial interest, mutual fund, or a brokerage account, and this is held at a non-US institution, you may have to file an FBAR. And if the combined value of all of these foreign accounts is more than $10,000 at any time during the year, then you're likely going to have to file an FBAR. So you can see how this frequently comes up with dual citizens or Americans living in Canada. So now that you've determined that you have to file an FBAR, how do you do it? You don't actually file with your annual tax return. You file FinCEN Form 114A through the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network system. If you prefer to have your accountant or your attorney file for you, you will need to fill out a form to give them authorization to file your FBARs for you. What's the deadline for filing your FBAR? The deadline is April 15th each year, but you have an automatic extension until October 15th. But remember to keep your reporting documents for up to 5 years. Now, what if you missed the deadline? Are there any penalties? The penalties for not filing your FBAR are no joke. If you willfully failed to file, which means that you intentionally didn't file your FBAR, the civil penalties are either 50% of your account value or $100,000, depending on which is more. The penalty for a non-willful violation, which means that you didn't know that you had to file this, is $10,000. It is very important that you speak to your cross-border accountant about your FBAR filing requirements. Tax filings and investment management can get really complicated when you have assets on both sides of the border or if you're a dual citizen living in Canada. I would recommend that you build a team with a cross-border financial advisor, accountant, and lawyer. The biggest and most costly mistakes happen when you don't plan well in advance. You can go to our website at swanwealthcoaching.com and book a call with a cross-border financial advisor. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.